Welcome to today's segment on protein synthesis animation in the central dogma. We will be looking at the human body, but more focusing on the gene, which determines your hair, skin, and eye color. This gene is known as the MC1R gene, which produces proteins called melanocortin-1 receptors through transcription, mRNA processing, and translation. We will also be talking about what would happen if a mutation occurred in this gene. Transcription takes place in the nucleus of a cell. Its purpose is to make mRNA, or messenger RNA, from DNA. The RNA is structurally different than DNA because it is single-stranded, whereas DNA is double-stranded. Additionally, DNA has the base diamine, and RNA has uracil that make up nucleotides. The last difference between the two is the type of sugar. DNA has deoxyribose, which does not contain oxygen, while RNA has ribose inside its nucleotide. First, the DNA unzips, allowing the RNA polymerase to connect with it and bind the template strand and RNA together. We know this is the template strand because it runs 3' to 5'. However, the non-template strand runs from 5' to 3'. Next, RNA bases sent from the RNA polymerase bind to the bases on the template strand.
As the RNA polymerase travels along the DNA template strand, elongation occurs and a long strand of mRNA is produced from the addition of free-floating nucleotides that attach the DNA template strand. When the RNA polymerase reaches the terminator or ending point, the terminator sequence signifies the ending of the mRNA transcript, and both the RNA and the RNA polymerase detach from the DNA template strand.
After transcription and RNA processing, the RNA moves to the cytoplasm of the cell where translation occurs. The ribosome structure is composed of two subunits made up of rRNA and proteins. The purpose of translation is to make a protein from RNA. The bases in the strand of RNA are called codons. There is one start codon, AUG, or adenine, uracil, and guanine, that signifies the beginning of translation. During initiation, the ribosomal subunit binds to the start codon. Next, an amino acid is brought to the strand by a tRNA, or transfer RNA. The tRNA has anticodons that bind to the codons on the mRNA strand. Then the large ribosomal subunit binds to form the translation complex, completing initiation. During elongation, each transfer RNA carrying an amino acid corresponds to a specific mRNA molecule. The codons on the mRNA strand bond with the corresponding anticodons on the transfer RNA. When the transfer RNA binds onto the mRNA, the two amino acids form a peptide bond. As elongation continues, the translation complex moves down the mRNA coding sequence, and continuous bonding of amino acids forms a polypeptide, or protein.
Once the translation complex reaches its stop codon, which can either be UGA, uracil, guanine, or adenine, UAG, and UAA, the translation complex dissociates from the mRNA strand and reassembles for the process to begin again. However, sometimes during RNA processing, the introns are not removed from the mRNA strand and they cause a mutation. This does not allow for a protein to be produced. There are several types of mutations. Today we will be talking about nonsense substitutions and frameshift insertions. During a nonsense mutation, a base is substituted for another base and it changes the amino acid to a stop before translation is completed. On the other hand, when a frameshift mutation occurs, an extra base is added to the sequence, changing the reading frame or how the nucleotides are paired. This in turn changes the amino acids.
The polypeptide made from translation produces pigments that determine hair color, skin color, and eye color. The amount of each pigment will define the specific trait. Certain traits could include brown eyes, blonde hair, or pale skin. However, some common mutations include red hair and different colored eyes, like one blue and one green. Overall, we have taken a look at how DNA makes RNA and the processes of transcription, RNA processing, and translation. Finally, we looked at what happens when a mutation occurs during these processes. Thanks for watching!
Hear that snap, crackle, pop.